What's going on, everybody? If you were with us last Monday night, we had Mike on, and we told you guys that win or lose, we're gonna have Mike back on this week. Good news for his team, bad news for his bank account. The Bucks did not get it done. The Cowboys move on. We got the Cowboys plus 3.5 at the 49ers, over under 46.5. If you like the plus 3.5, you better go get that now. Or actually, if you like the minus 3.5 for the
Yeah,
49ers, you better go get that now because it's creeping up. There's a lot of books that have it at 4 now. I did find this plus 3.5 still on FanDuel though. So if you want to go grab that, you better go grab it. I kind of feel like the 49ers are going to be able to win this one, but if the Cowboys come out firing in that passing game the way Dak was playing against the Bucks, they got a chance because that's the one weakness in the 49ers defense. They're great against the run. I don't see the Cowboys just avoiding the run. They're definitely going to try. They're definitely going to keep going to it. Hopefully that'll open up some play action pass and passing game downfield for them, which has been the weakness of the 49ers, like I said. How do you see this game going? Because you were pretty much spot on with how the Cowboys needed to play in order to beat the Bucks. And a lot of those things happened, specifically getting the ball to Dalton Schultz, specifically first touchdown plus 1,200. That was
awesome.
a good call. Once we all agreed, I knew that we got to put some money on that. When me, you, and Chad agreed, that was a lock, and it came through for us. But
Sure.
how do you see the game plan going for this one? How do you beat the 49ers? And then we'll do it again where after that you can tell me how you think the game's really going to go. I'm not sure what side you're on here, but
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, well, first of all, I gotta say, Cowboys fan. You know how I am, Adam. I had the Bucks with you guys. 110% thought the Cowboys were gonna fall like a lawn chair. But they surprised me. They honestly did. I was surprised. I mean, I knew the potential was there for this team. But Monday they proved if they play like that every single time, they are one of the best teams. They played flawlessly, except for Brett Maher. But we'll get into that. But yeah, basically is
dogs are barking.
yeah, I know. I hear my
Dogs are
dogs.
barking for the dogs.
But
Cowboys
yeah,
Nation.
if it comes to the Cowboys winning this game, you said it best earlier. The only weakness that the 49ers have compared to the Cowboys, I mean, it's even on the same level as the secondary, but it is their corner play. And the Cowboys, you saw how good they could throw the ball. That's the way they have to attack this game. The run game is not going to get anywhere. And another thing, they have to protect Dak Prescott if they want to win this football game. Because look what happened in the Seahawks game. Geno Smith was firing. If he was protected, he had chances. They were up at halftime. And it looked like it was going to be a game coming down to the wire, but then they lost protection on one down late third quarter. Geno got sacked, fumble sack, and they recovered it, and the game just was gone from
That
there.
was the game. Yep.
That was literally the game. And in the end of the third quarter, it's crazy that literally one play changed the whole dimension of that game, and that's literally how this 49ers team can literally one mistake and you're done. So the Cowboys need to play a flawless game on Sunday. They have to.
It's funny, actually. Now that I'm just thinking about this as you were saying that, but the Cowboys and the 49ers are the only two teams in Wild Card Weekend that actually won, kind of convincingly with
Yeah,
margin.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Every other game was pretty close, so that is interesting that they match up now here.
Yeah, I mean, we know this too. It's one of the best rivalries that are not a rivalry in the playoffs ever, all time. So there's that perspective. There's last year. Like I said,
Yeah, I was gonna say we got to bring up last year.
Yeah,
we have to.
there's a lot of storylines too. With like you said, just the best rivalry in the playoffs. That's not a rivalry. Last year, this is basically a redemption game for the Cowboys because of what happened last year and how they fell apart.
I actually want to hear your thoughts on that. We never talked about that. I want to hear because there's for some reason, I'm not sure why, but people blame other things besides Dak Prescott on that last play there. I think it was a great play call, great execution.
He's got to get down.
Not only that, but if he gets down 1 second earlier, sure, but also you're the quarterback. Get the ball to the ref.
Yeah.
Line up. He just hands the ball to the lineman. The linemen they don't touch the ball all game, man. You're gonna give it to me now? I don't know what to do with this. I mean, obviously the center's touching it every snap, but you know what I mean? Like he's like, Dak had to wait for the ref, grab the ref, drag him there, put the ball down with him, snap that shit. Like I mean, I think it was a great play call, and it was good execution too. They just need to get that hike off and spike it. But yeah, what do you think about that? Because people blame the refs for being too slow and stuff. I'm just like, Dak's got to keep the ball in his hand, man. I mean, you're a quarterback, you got to make that happen if you're calling that play.
Yeah, if there's a percentage of who to blame is for that play, Dak is probably 70-30 there.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Yeah,
like
people
Dax need
argue
to get
with me. That's
down.
why I had to
Yeah.
ask you. I was just curious
No,
from a
100,
Cowboy fan
110%. It
perspective.
was a great play call to get them into better position to try for like a Hail Mary end of the play, or end of the game play. He's got to get down earlier. That's one. He's got to, like you said, he's got to hand the ball to the ref. He's got to know the rules. He was so flustered of the situation that he didn't know what to do. And so,
And if
yeah,
you're
I would
calling
definitely go
that play,
70-30.
if you're calling that play, the quarterback's got to be the one who knows what to do.
Exactly.
If CeeDee Lamb ended up with the ball in his hand somehow, and he did what Dak did, I'm not blaming him. He's a receiver.
Yeah,
He doesn't.
yeah.
He
But you're the
know
quarterback.
That. You got to know that, man. This is the playoffs on the line. Man, I was busting my boss's chops on that one. So we'll see if he gets some payback on me this one. I was just sending him memes the whole night. Everybody was making Cowboys memes and everything. I was just sending them to him all night. But hopefully he doesn't get his revenge here. But let's get back into this game. I had to ask you that because people argue that with me sometimes, 100%. And I'm like, no, that was Dak's fault, man. I'm telling you.
Like I said, the Cowboys going to play perfect in this game in order for them to win. I think that's what it is. Because if you look at every single metric and every single position group, the 49ers literally have the Cowboys outmatched, except for one. I got to say something here. This is now. I've been very fair about my Cowboys team and everything like that. But I just think, I understand Dak's inconsistency, through the course of the year and everything like that. But all these media experts and all that stuff saying that Brock Purdy is like better than Dak, and
I saw those charts and whatnot. Yeah,
I'm just like, I know everyone's got their own opinion. That's fine, like everything like that. But this guy has played 6 games, and if you watch the Seahawks game, he kind of like gave the Seahawks opportunities to try to get into that game. He just got bailed out by the system.
I was going to say a lot of those good throws were not good throws until they were caught.
It was bad defense by the Seahawks. Like,
it was that situation where, like in basketball, I just remember a few times I played point guard, so I'm bringing the ball up. And, a couple times, you're just open, you just pull one, right? From like the logo or something. You just pull it and you'll watch on film later on in the week and you see your coach just going like, oh my God, as soon as you pull it. But then it goes in and you see him turn around like, all right, well,
exactly.
Those were bad throws and a lot of them should have been picked off, So I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, I just think also, like, obviously the whole aspect of the Cowboys offense, you got to protect Dak. And if Dak plays the way he did Monday, 110% of a chance. But you also have a chance to make Mr. Irrelevant look irrelevant on Sunday. If you get to him, obviously the 49ers offensive line is great. The matchup between Williams and Micah Parsons is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that. That's definitely the matchup I'm looking forward to seeing too. But if they get after Purdy, it takes the system away. Obviously he is the captain of the system. And, the system can bail out a quarterback sometimes. We've seen it plenty of times. Example, Tom Brady. We've seen this whole career, system bails out quarterbacks. But if you get to the quarterback, you break the system. So I think that's what I have to say for the Cowboys to win this football game. But, I don't know if you want me to transition about what I want and what I think.
Well, real quick, I'll just say also, Brock Purdy, he is capable of getting away and
he's mobile.
Getting some yardage. He's definitely mobile, but when you got Parsons chasing after you, it's a little bit different than anybody that he's had to go up against so far. The Seahawks don't have a Parsons out there, so he was able to scramble away, keep looking downfield, get some yardage. Parsons is a different beast out there. So, I am interested to see how he manages the pocket because that's another thing. He's been stepping up into the pocket, making throws. Like he looks like a real established quarterback. Mm-hmm. So I see why people maybe have those opinions, but you're right. 6 games in, I cannot call him better than Dak Prescott. And, as much as Dak is inconsistent, I have always been, one of the people that are saying like, nah, this dude's a legit quarterback. He's a starting quarterback. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And people hate on him a lot. It is what it is. Things haven't gone right for them in the playoffs and stuff. But that's like a Cowboys issue as a whole. It was happening before Dak was there.
With Tony Romo. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's not like, Dak, you came and now he can't get to the second round of the playoffs. People hate on him a lot, man. He's easy to hate on, I guess, because he is a little inconsistent. But that kid can make plays, man. And we saw it against the Bucs. And he's going to need to do it again, though. He's going to need to have a perfect game. So 100%. Now, let's get into what you think's going to actually happen in this game here, Mike.
I'm a realist. So I'm not doing it to do jinx or anything like that. But I mean, like I told you, I think the 49ers in every single metric, every single position are 10 times better than the Cowboys. I mean, another thing too that comes into play, the short rest. The Cowboys played on Monday night. The 49ers played on Saturday night. They got 2 more days of preparation, 2 more days of rest. They're at home. The Cowboys have to travel from east to west now. It is just so many things that the Cowboys are back against the wall. Not even just the history, the fact that they haven't been to a conference championship, in 11 playoff appearances, which is fucking absurd. But not even just that history aspect of it, just so many disadvantages that they have already. So I got to leave with the Niners and the points here. I'm confused. I'm shocked that the line is only 3.5.
Yeah,
It's
me
like
too.
it's like the books are begging you to take the Niners because the
I
line's so
know.
small.
That's what
But
scares me.
yeah, exactly. So people, but also another thing is that they're gonna think that people are trying to be sharp and take the Cowboys line. You
Exactly.
think
Yeah.
so?
I mean, the
Either
book's
way,
getting even money either way. So like,
exactly.
you look into that stuff, but like their main objective is to get some even money and eat you on the vig. So yeah, I mean it's fun to like think about those things, but it does seem like they're begging you to take the Niners side here with the spread being that low. I
Yeah,
agree, and I think this whole weekend, I mean. You run a teaser with all the favorites. I think you're in good shape, but
yeah.
something about that seems too good to be true. Like one of
Right.
those is
This is
gonna
the
miss.
lowest
You know what I
spread.
mean?
Right. This is
Yeah,
the
this is
lowest
the
spread of
lowest
all the
one. Yeah,
games. Right.
because
Yeah.
the Bills are 5.5, and then the other two are over a touchdown. But yeah, you tease down the Eagles, you tease down the Bills, you tease down the Niners. If you tease the Niners, they're probably going to even be plus 3 at that point, depending on where
Yeah.
you tease it. So yeah, I mean, I think you tease all of these games, you're in good shape. But something about that seems too good to be true, so I don't want to lock that in my account. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It just feels right though. Anything else on the game side, or you want to get into some player props, some guys that you think both teams should key in on, or
I think I got to say too, I definitely see this game like the over under there 46.5. I
mm.
think that number is pretty perfect because obviously these two defenses, they are gritty. The Cowboys defenses they're very opportunistic. I can't even say the word. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But
Opportunistic.
that's
I
the
got
word.
you.
Sorry, starting with him. But yeah, so there's that, and obviously the Niners are the best defense the league has to offer. So the line is perfect, but these two offenses can explode any tiny second against any defense. So I think the line is perfect, but I think the over is going to hit here. I think there's going to be a lot of potential scorers in this game, such as Debo, such as CD. They're going to take advantage of depleted secondaries and weak secondaries on both of these defenses. But yeah, I would stay away from the running backs. If we're going to get in the props, I'll stay away from the running backs.
Yeah, I hear you. One that is always interesting is Eli Mitchell because he gets favorable numbers because of CMC and everything, but he does get a good amount of carries. He only had 2 yards last week, but it was on 9 carries.
Yeah.
You got to imagine if he gets 9 carries here against the Cowboys, he's going to
Big
be able to
receiving
get some
back
yards
last
there.
week too.
That too, yeah, definitely. So if we're gonna go right into props, I mean, I gotta say Dalton Schultz plus 260 on BetMGM. Why are they giving me that good value,
I
Mike?
don't know,
What's
man.
going on there?
I don't know. And the thing is, too, if you look at the 49ers defense, one of their weaknesses is against the tight end position. I was literally thinking that too. Also, Adam, it's crazy. If we're gonna get value on Schultz like this every single week, you got to take it. You got to put a risk
Keep
on
going,
it
right?
because obviously he is, like we said before last week, in a hit on the first touchdown. He is Dak's one of his favorite target in the red zone if the Cowboys get there. So, yeah, give me that money for Dalton Schultz anytime. Easily.
Yeah, dude, give me a parlay with over 41.5 yards too. Dalton Schultz.
Oh yeah, great
42 yards
yeah.
and a touchdown. I mean, even just taking the yards is obviously way safer because there's a chance he doesn't get into the end zone. Obviously, it's always that chance when you're taking a touchdown player, especially with these two teams because these two teams there's guys all over that can get in the end zone.
Exactly.
Gallup's not somebody that comes up, but he'll get a touchdown. Ayuk's not somebody that comes up a lot, but he'll get a touchdown.
I love
You know
Ayuk.
what I mean? So yeah, no, I love him too. Yeah. But people don't, we're not thinking of him as like one of the top touchdown scorers for the 49ers there. But he'll fuck around and get one. And maybe it's this week. Maybe I should go take him now. But
yeah. I was gonna say like too. One of the props I have, I definitely have 2 touchdowns. It's crazy that you read my mind like that, but I literally have Schultz and Ayuk in a parlay. I think Ayuk was last week, if you remember, he dropped like a wide open touchdown in his hands against the Seahawks.
Yeah, man.
I think they're gonna try to give him the ball again. So I'm even gonna sprinkle some on him to get first touchdown score because he's been a first touchdown scorer for them a lot this year. I could definitely see them go into Ayuk because they have so many weapons the Cowboys defense are gonna worry about, and everybody forgets about Ayuk and how good he is.
Yep.
So yeah, I would definitely lean on sprinkling him first touchdown scorer, and I'd like a parlay with him and Schultz. 2 got great value to score anytime. Give me that parlay.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. I like it. One thing I will say about rushing, we got Brock Purdy sitting at 6.5 rushing yards. We just
Wow.
talked about the fact that he can scramble and he's going to need to get away from Micah Parsons a few times
Yeah.
probably. So 6.5. I mean, I'll take. Let me make sure it's still that. It was that yesterday, I believe, when I was looking.
If it is,
So
that's
I'll make
insane.
sure. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it didn't move. Yeah, no, 6.5 minus 114 on FanDuel. If you want to take an extra yard for minus 110, it's 7.5 on BetMGM. So I'll
Wow.
probably rip that straight. You know what I mean? Why not?
Absolutely.
Because he's gonna have to get away.
What's Dax on there? Do you know?
Yeah. It's, 1 second. So Dak,
Because the way Dak was moving last week, it looks like
yeah,
he's on the ground again.
he's
It's
at
crazy.
16.5 or 15.5 if you want
Hmm.
to go BetMGM on minus 110, 15.5.
All it takes is one
And then
first down run,
we
man.
have yeah, and we finally have Zeke having significantly less by 13-yard less line than Tony Pollard there. 34 and a
Really?
half and Pollard's at 47.5. And Zeke still gets majority of the carries. So it's interesting that the line actually flipped there. But we've been talking about that all season long, how we love when Tony Pollard has the lower line because he's the one who ends up hitting them.
Exactly.
But that kind of finally flipped on us. Any other guys you want to key in on here?
I definitely, you always got to consider McCaffrey, man. You know what he's
Oh
going to
yeah, of
do.
course, of course.
It just sucks because his value for him scoring is like so awful. But I mean, I don't know what his rushing if there's like a receiving and rushing prop combined. I know they have that. I would definitely look at that because I think McCaffrey will be the biggest weakness the Cowboys have to face on their
One,
offense. I think, so I would
10
go. I would go with that.
103 and a half at minus 114 on FanDuel, rushing and
Wow, that's a
receiving.
lot. That's a
Yeah, but
lot.
he's been
But
hitting that with
he's
rushing and
been,
receiving.
yeah,
I mean,
he's been hitting with
80,
ease.
he's been getting 80, 90 rushing alone. And they're going to him in the pass game too.
Yeah,
One thing is the Cowboys, they've been pretty solid against tight ends lately, right?
I believe
Or
so.
in
Yeah.
general all season. So, George Kittle, he's always a factor, especially in the red zone. Brock Purdy has been loving going to him, but he hasn't been
Mhm.
getting that many yards past couple weeks to end the season. So, I think they're kind of just they like what they got on the outside a little better, and Kittle's there kind of playing decoy on a lot of plays. So I just wanted to mention that because
Do
he's
a little
obviously
tight
a
end
hot one.
parlay.
Yeah, well, there's that, but I mean, I also think like there's a chance they just keep not really feeding him that much. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? He's not really
Yeah.
getting a whole lot of touches lately. So
That's the
I
thing with
don't
the
know.
Niners, man. They have so many offensive
Exactly.
weapons,
It's
like
hard
you
to pick.
don't
It's
know
like the
where to
Chiefs.
lean. Yeah, exactly. They have
Me and Chad
so
were
many
all talking
weapons.
about the Chiefs yesterday, and we're like, dude, I don't know where to go. I mean, you could take Kelsey for one, you could take McKinnon for two.
Yeah, it's
Someday
crazy.
Kadarius Tony's gonna get three for no reason, and they're not even gonna go to Kelsey. Like it's how do you even call it? You
Exactly.
know what I mean? But yeah. Anything else you wanted to mention about this game?
No, I think I just gotta say, I gotta say first as a Cowboys fan, I'm happy to be here. If they have, but the thing is, if they go to a conference championship, they, I mean, obviously it's a long stretch. I got the Niners here. If they go to a conference championship, I just think it's amazing that they get to play a divisional rival. I'm excited for tonight. I'm excited to see who pulls that game off. I am because like it just proves the East is back, so it's kind of cool to see. So yeah, that's all I
Well,
gotta say.
yeah, and that's very interesting because I mean, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they were a laughing stock. The whole division.
Exactly, it's
You know what I mean?
crazy.
Everybody
It's
was making
crazy.
fun of it. Like how is this even possible? Nobody's good. Nobody has a quarterback that's proven much. Like I mean, everybody was saying that, but I thought Dak was pretty good. I also thought Jalen Hurts was pretty good. Daniel Jones definitely surprised me this year.
Oh
This is
yeah.
I'm gonna release this before that game is on though. So real quick, give me your thoughts on that game too, the Eagles Giants, since we're in the division here.
Call me nuts. I think the Giants win this game tonight.
Yeah.
If you remember that, it's crazy how storylines work in the NFL. But just I'm gonna take you a trip on memory lane, people. That's what I'm gonna do. You remember the 2009 playoffs after the Giants won the Super Bowl? Their run in 07, or yeah, I think it was the 08 playoffs.
Yep.
The Eagles were the 6th seed at a 10-6-1 record. The Giants are what? They were like nine
They
seven
were
one
nine
record,
seven and
whatever.
one, so pretty. Yeah,
Same
what?
record.
Yeah,
Went into Minnesota in the wild card, beat Minnesota, and then went on the road to face the number 1 seed. And guess who the number 1 seed was? Adam.
the
It was the
Giants.
Giants.
Yep,
They went on the seed and they ended up blowing the doors off
and
the
the 6-1.
Giants.
Yep.
Exactly. So I mean, I think it's a good thing here because in the conference championship they lost to Arizona anyway, so I was happy. But at the same time, it's crazy how storylines work, and I can just see the Giants with the momentum they have right now, and with Jalen Hurts' uncertainty, and we don't know how hurt Jalen Hurts is. I just think the Giants they're gonna run with the wave right now, and I think they can win this game 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. Look, there's two ways to look at it because the other side of that factor is just to play devil's advocate, and this is kind of how I'm feeling anyway. But I don't necessarily think you're wrong. Like you make good points there. Um, the Giants' run D has been atrocious. So
100%.
Even if Jalen Hurts is pretty banged up and they don't want to have him throw 25 times, I think Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, etc.
Boston
Boston
Scott.
Scott, got to mention them.
He
You know what I
loves
mean?
he
Yep.
loves to play the Giants, Boston Scott.
Dude, he's the only player in NFL history with 10 plus touchdowns against one team and less than 10 touchdowns against every other team combined in his career.
It's crazy, man.
He's got 17 total. He's got 10 of them against the
Oh,
Giants, 7 against the
God.
rest of the league. It's insane. But I mean, I even said it yesterday when me and Chad were talking about that game. Like, it's at a point where if you're the Eagles, you kind of just got to like put him in there at the goal line just because. Like, you got to keep that going for like the social media content that's available from that. Like, you know what I mean? It's just everybody's talking about it. If you go search Boston Scott on Twitter, it's hilarious.
All over, man.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously, you know? So you
It
got
is.
to put him in now. So maybe stay away
not
from
a
Miles
myth.
Sanders' touchdown because they're going to be trying to force Boston Scott into that end zone
I
instead of Miles
100%
Sanders
agree.
and stuff. But yeah, well, we were just saying the same thing. But yeah, I think that running back, that three-headed horse in the running back room there for the Eagles, I think they'll be able to take care of him even if Hurts can't throw that much, or if they want to save him a little bit and not let him throw that much, not have him run the ball. It definitely takes a dynamic out of their offense, and it leaves a favorable situation for the Giants. It just comes down to them being able to stop the run game anyway. Eagles run offense, their offensive line is amazing. Miles Sanders has been playing well, so what were you going to say?
If you want to leave it to it too, if you look at last week's game or the last two matchups the Cowboys, the Giants had against the Vikings, TJ Hawkinson was an absolute menace. And so that leaves Dallas Goedert. And if you don't want Jalen Hurts to throw the ball far, you have Dallas Goedert to, run all these
in
short
the zones
routes
and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can see Dallas Goedert having a big game. Just the fact that TJ Hawkinson was literally like, he was the Achilles heel to the Giants last week. I can see Dallas Goedert being the same thing too. So
yeah, I could definitely see that too. Hell yeah.
Sure.
All right, Mike, anything else you want to add in here?
No, man, I'm good. I'm just ready for disappointment. We'll see what happens.
Officially, who are you picking here in this one?
I'm taking the Niners. I think they're just too good. I think they're too good, man.
Little happiness hedge once again. It worked out for you last week.
Well, the thing is here, there's no value here. There's no value.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you did have the value on the Bucks, so it was a little easier. You gotta just and you can't even do the what you don't want to happen parlay either because you got the Giants and Eagles playing each other.
Exactly. I mean, what I could do, but the thing is, because I don't want the Eagles to win. I'm fucked here. I think I'm gonna just sit back and watch the game.
Sit back and enjoy. Hopefully, enjoy.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Sounds good. Yeah. And once again, shout out to ZMT Sports here. I'll take this off so it pops up right there. There's their Twitter. Go ahead and give them a follow. Give us a follow too. The links will be in the description box. And check out their podcast as well during the weeks. It's great content over there, talking football. As you can see, he's a Cowboys fan, but I think I've probably brought you on for like 5 or 6 Cowboys games so far. You might have picked the Cowboys in one of them.
Like 1 or 2.
Yeah, like maybe. I might be stretching it. It might be 0 for 5 to be honest.
I'm not.
But that's what we like. You're not biased at all. Every time I brought Tom on, he's picking the Jets every single time.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm not shocked.
He keeps it real too. But, I was just throwing some shade there. But definitely give them a shout out or give them a follow, guys. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Mike, but
no, I appreciate it. I mean, Adam too. I don't know if you want to be in the works with it. I mean, I definitely hit you up in the past years for it, but ZMT, we do a Super Bowl box every single year. This will be our 3rd year in a row, and we have some donation to go to St. Jude. So,
the
next time I'm in or next time I'm on, I'll definitely get the shout out once we have it available. And, send some links to anybody who wants to participate. We get like 3 full boxes every year. It's awesome. Definitely a chance for people to win money, watch the games and enjoy. It goes to a good cause as well. So just wanted to give that shout out.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Definitely. Let me know. And win or lose again, we'll have you on next week. Because no matter what, we'll have some NFC East representation. So we'll talk to you about it regardless. And definitely whenever that's set up, just shoot me a text, man. I'll put it on the Twitter and everything and all that. So I'm in. I'm in. I'll definitely get a box. So
sounds good, man. Thank you.
I'm all for it. All right, everybody. Happy betting. Hopefully today goes smoothly, and then tomorrow as well, as I'll be dropping this today before these other games start up. So make sure you go to check out our Twitter because that's where I'll put my best bets officially for this game since we didn't really, I always like to just wake up in the morning before I lock anything in
Yeah.
and just see what the vibes are during the day. So that's why I didn't give any of my official thoughts here, really. But like, we kind of talked it out, gave you some game analysis and some guys that we like. So hit us on the Twitter, and we'll have some official picks out for you tomorrow morning.
All right, awesome, man. I'll be there to check it out. I appreciate you having me as always, Adam.
Sounds good. Peace, everybody. Happy betting.
Yeah, I guess.